Hello.
I'm Ash,
And I'm Fatima.
and this is Fatash.
Hey, everybody.
I can't remember why we weren't here last week, but
Father's Day. We have fathers.
was it last week?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yes. Happy belated Father's Day to all the fathers, baby fathers, baby's fathers. So, what did you do for your Father's
Same
Day?
thing. I just baked him a peach pie. He was
Mm,
happy. And
that's
then
nice.
it is peach nectarine stone fruit
Mm,
season.
mm,
So this week I made fish tacos. I made salmon
mm.
tacos with a peach salsa.
Oh my goodness.
Um And also I added some, red cabbage slaw with it,
Mm, oh my gosh.
and I made a little cilantro cream sauce,
Oh my goodness.
and Trevor ate up almost all the peach salsa, so Dad is at the store buying some more peaches so that he can have enough for dinner tonight also.
That's insane, the effort you put into cooking.
Oh, and I also made a, cherry and nectarine cobbler.
Oh my
It's
god.
mostly nectarines, but, when I saw that we were running out, I supplemented one nectarine for some cherries that we had on hand. It was
Your
really good. I was
your family is eating good. Like they're going to try to keep you single forever just so you can stay living in the house and cooking for them cuz this like what? A
well,
nectarine dessert and a peach cobbler pie, handmade peach salsa like
here's the
girl,
thing.
if it ain't
Nobody
Tostino's off the shelf, Tostino salsa off the shelf, and Taco Bell, that's the best I can do.
it was good. I also found a recipe that I want to try out. It's for a bourbon peach pie. So,
Oh,
yeah,
that sounds good.
with a crumb top, like little
Oh
crumb
my god,
top.
shut
Yeah.
up. Shut up.
I'm
Like
gonna do it. I'm
are
gonna
you
do
gonna
it.
like does it okay, do you like marinate the peach in the bourbon?
I don't know. I don't know. I looked at the recipe and it just looks
Oh,
like it goes in there somehow. So
I think
I
so
want to try it.
this is what I'm thinking, right? And this sounds like a diabetic nightmare. But you take some peaches and you drench it in bourbon
Mm,
and you just let it like sit overnight. Like and because peaches are already pretty sweet and syrupy on their
yeah.
own, that's probably all you need to do is just, a light layer of bourbon and it will make like its own filling of sorts. Like I guess you could put what do you use for
Because
filling?
that's how so like with the peach pie recipe that I have right now, you take you get the peaches already,
Mhm.
and then you put a little bit of salt in there and
Mm.
it drains them, and they lose all of their liquid, and the liquid gets
Mm.
strained, and then you boil that off so it becomes a syrup. Then you
Mm.
add that back in
Oh my
with
gosh, that sounds so good.
yeah, then you add it back in, and that's how your peach pie will be able to stand up and not get all soupy
Oh my god, that sounds
and not
good.
be wet.
See, that's probably what I needed to do because I did something similar when I made it was like a cherry, not cherry, a strawberry like cheesecake. I don't know what the fuck I was doing, but the filling was too watery
It's strawberries.
because
Strawberries have a lot of water
I know,
content.
yeah,
I
and
told you I told you about that my strawberry fail.
yeah, and the thing is, I didn't like strain it off or like add salt to it. I added sugar to it. Like I just made a natural syrup of just strawberries with sugar drizzled on top and just let it sit overnight. And I just
Mhm.
drained off that directly into my cream cheese mixture instead of like I guess boiling it or doing whatever to
Boiling
try
it
to
off
like
so that the syrup would become thicker. Yep.
yeah, yeah. But
Mhm.
I'm not a cook of any sorts, and this was as close to me just experimenting as I was gonna get. But now I know. But yeah, that bourbon, that's girl. That sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm not even a bourbon girl like that, but
I am for
oh my
cooking though, but
gosh.
like
Yeah.
because like there's I know a bourbon chicken recipe. Like I would get a bottle of bourbon and it would all go into recipes. Like there's also
Mm-hmm.
like bourbon peach like syrupy topping that you can make for pancakes and waffles.
Yeah. Or like
Yeah.
what's it called? So like at Fridays they have like the Jack Daniels
Mm,
whiskey strips.
okay.
That was
I
good.
used
It was
to
like
always
a
like the
barbecue sauce.
like there was like a bourbon salmon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's like a bourbon ginger salmon recipe.
Yeah. It
Which is
adds like a headiness to the sweet. That's as
yeah.
best as I can describe it. So yeah, in a pie. Oh my god. Ooh, in this heat too with some ice cream. Oh, where do you live
Oh yeah.
again? Maybe I need to come.
I'm not that far. I mean, Summerfest is either is
I
happening right
was
now
girl, you were
or
just in my head. I was literally thinking like I could hop on a train and
and
be
we
in
could meet at
Wisconsin.
Summerfest. Yeah. Because that's
Ooh.
what I was taking after I sold my car. So when
Mm-hmm.
I lived in Chicago, eventually I did sell my car, and it was like such a financial relief, especially
Ugh.
since
Yeah.
like I like tallied it up and I was like, I've been a fool for years. I should have been sold this car. Like,
Especially in
but
Chicago. I'm just saying. Like if
yeah,
you ain't
but I
got no
had a
kids
condo,
and all
but I
that.
had a condo here, so like to like
Mm.
come back, I needed to come back and forth. But like once
Yeah.
I got I was underway of getting the condo sold. And
Yeah.
then I was like, okay, now I only need to go to Milwaukee to visit my parents on the holidays. And since at
Yeah.
that point they were both retired, I'm like, you guys can pick me up from the train
Yeah,
station, right?
it's just it's
So,
right down. It is
eh,
a tiny ass train station too. I went to Milwaukee back in March for an anime convention. It was like one terminal. You got the buses and you got the train, and the line for the train was
yeah,
like wrapping around and shit.
you've got nothing in the
Crazy.
way of public transportation. Like we have a bus, but nobody's on it. Like
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
yeah. Mm.
Y'all gotta do a little better, especially with Summerfest. Summerfest is like what 2 months long. It's been going on since June, and y'all got Meg the
Yeah.
Stallion coming. That's probably gonna be half of Chicago. That's crazy. Yeah, I might go out there for Summerfest just because it's I probably won't have anything to do 4th of July weekend anyway. Just make a day
And but
trip of
that
it.
like that train ride is
Mm-hmm.
nice. It's
It is.
nice. Like it's got Wi-Fi. It's
Mm-hmm.
got like little outlets for you to plug in your devices and
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
depending on when you go to, sometimes the food cart is open.
mhm,
Yeah, it's very nice.
mhm.
Oh, especially if you go into the one train that has like the skyline, or not the skyline, but the skylight, like all the
Hmm.
ceiling is just windows. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I didn't do anything for my dad. I called him. So, there's that. I couldn't remember if he was even in town because his honeymoon was in June and I
Oh yeah,
couldn't.
he just got married.
Yes, he did.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, he got married at the end of April and
Yeah.
his honeymoon was like the beginning of June, but I couldn't remember the date. So I was like, well, I'll call him for Father's Day for sure.
Mhm.
So just wished him happy Father's Day. My grandfather went to Baltimore to visit my mom, and she put his military uniform picture up in this barbecue restaurant that like honors veterans and stuff. So like all the
Oh.
decor in the restaurant are various like medals and patches and photos of veterans of all the different wars and stuff. So I don't know if he'll get like a discount every time he comes in or anything, because like his picture's now permanently in a booth. My
Hmm.
grandma was trying to take it off the wall after. She's like, "No, mom, this is gonna stay here forever. It's fine." But yeah, that was a nice little way to honor him. And then where are we now? We're now in June is almost over. That is crazy.
Doesn't this
This
year seems like it's going fast and slow at the same time.
Yeah, like somewhere around April, somebody stepped on the gas and fast forwarded through the year. Um, so this weekend was a busy weekend for me. As I was
Yeah.
telling you and Mike, I actually have been out of the house since Friday night.
Mm.
Yeah, I've been out the house since Friday night. My grandmom's in town, so she
Hey,
was here too.
grandma.
Yeah, Nana's here. Or she's at my aunt's right now. But she was finally cashing in on her Christmas gift of going to the spa. So I went with her. My aunt didn't book in enough time, so I went with my grandma to the spa. So we went to the spa on Saturday. Got a nice little massage. You know the massage is good when you pass out and you don't even remember passing out.
Yeah, that's
I don't
never
know.
happened to me.
Oh, I was
I,
about to
I
say,
think
'cause
I
yeah,
told you about how
yeah,
I feel about massages.
your specialty dude that you found in the back alley.
In what looked like an abandoned like
Yeah,
business park. Yeah,
yeah,
I wonder if he's
yeah.
still there because I want to go back.
That sounds so fucking sketchy, but
I know, but everybody else makes me laugh and squirm, and I get so ticklish when anybody else touches me.
he got that magic touch.
He does. He does. He went deep into like my
Ooh,
muscles. Like, yes,
ooh,
touch
said
my bones.
he touch my body. Yeah, I actually got the deep tissue intensity massage.
Because, like, even when people say they're going to go deep, because, like, my problem is, I know this sounds sexist because it is, but like, even when women say like they're strong or whatever, it's just like, are you strong or
Yeah, are you just strong for a woman?
are you just big?
You know, I need me.
Like
I
that
need.
doesn't necessarily translate into strength.
If
Like you're
you don't look like a bodybuilder
right. Don't
as a
touch me.
woman,
Don't bother.
it's like you're probably not going to give me the deep intensity that I need. No offense, that's
You're
fine.
gonna you're gonna make me tense up and ticklish and laugh, and then I feel guilty because I know I'm supposed to be having fun and I'm not, and I'm
It's
like,
supposed to be relaxing. It's not even supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be relaxing.
oh, it's not. And then the last woman, the the person who bought it for me was like, "Oh, but it's a Russian." And I was just kind of like, "I don't know what that's supposed to mean." It's
Okay,
still
but
a
again,
woman.
does this
And
Russian
and
look
then
like Dolph Lundgren?
and then she was rude because I was like not having a good time, and I was like, "Okay, I'm really trying here. I know it's me and not you." She was like, "Yes, it is." And I was just kind of like, I want to be
Bitch,
like,
do you want a tip or not?
like, can we just? I'll pay you to stop. Like,
No, yeah, I should have. I could have requested a guy. I think I've only ever had a guy massage me like once, and it was like he was probably about my height. Like he didn't look that much bigger in height or size than me. It was fine, you know.
it was
My
fine.
Yeah, the massage I got from the woman this weekend though, it was again also fine, but like it was enough to relax me where again I at some point passed out, and next thing I know she's like, "Okay, here's your bathing suit," and my shoes were back on, and I didn't even like you touching me should have woke me up, but my body just got so used to like the pressure of being massaged that I didn't even notice her putting these tight ass swim shoes back on my feet.
But you know what? I have gotten a good massage from a woman once, but it was just a hand massage.
Oh.
I like a hand massage. Women can give me a
Mm.
hand massage.
Like
Just
when you go to the nail salon and they do like the little hand massage afterwards.
I went to an Aveda salon where they were doing like my hair, and then
Mm.
they like as a promotion, they're like, well, like, yeah, we'll give you a hand massage. And I had a hand massage from a lady in Cleveland who told me the wildest story about how she used to be a backup dancer for Eric Benet
Oh.
and that he was a sex addict. I was like,
I don't doubt that. Ain't that why him and
yes, it is, but I heard it from her first. Like
Ooh,
it
you
was
heard it? Wow,
pretty,
you had the
yeah.
tea before
I was
anybody
like,
else.
oh wow.
It makes sense though. What was that one song he no. There was one song by Eric Benet that I actually liked, and I thought it was about what's her name? Not Janet. Fucking Holly Berry.
I used to
Like
see him all the time in the Whole Foods
uh,
that's closest to
he's in Chicago?
He
He don't
was in Milwaukee like 10 years ago.
He's not bad looking for
15 years ago, he was in Milwaukee. And when he was married to Halle Berry, I believe he lived in Mequon. Like,
I'm looking at a picture of him now at 58. He look good.
yeah,
He's still
good.
good.
Yeah.
He a cheating asshole, but he look good.
Yeah, he'll give it to you if you meet him, maybe. I don't know. Like, but I used to see him all the time in the Whole Foods, and he is just like she said, he is short.
Mm. He looks
I mean, he's
taller.
cute. He's what I refer to as a little cutie man. Like he's
Who do you think was taller, him or Prince?
Prince was quite short.
Yes, and he also wore heels, so that throws you off.
Well, Prince also had a bigger aura. Like,
Yeah, Prince.
so I'm just gonna say
like,
he's taller just based on aura. Like, aura would have made him taller. Like,
it's hilarious. No, cause like I feel the same way about Janelle Monáe. Like before I saw her in person, she just gave tall energy, and then I saw her. I'm like, bitch, you are tiny. I could pick you up.
like,
Oh my god.
But yeah.
But yeah,
I have
so
friends in grad school who are like, for years didn't realize that they were taller than me.
it's crazy. Oh my gosh, his birthday's only a day after my sister's, so he's a Libra. I'll tell you, Libra men.
I remember when my one friend discovered it, and then later we were with a different friend and we were discussing height, and then somebody said, "Well, Fatima, how tall are you?" And then my friend chimed in. She was like, "However tall you think she is, like she's not that tall. She's tall. She's shorter than you think she is."
It's crazy. What is that? Okay, but yeah, so massage was fine. I've yet to have like a really good life-changing massage.
Go to this man.
I don't want to go to your weird back alley sketchy massage.
If you do it once, you will walk out being like, it was worth it.
Look,
I'll go. This is how I should feel. Like,
I'll go with you.
Okay.
I'm not going by myself.
Yeah, because I like to feel a little sore afterwards, like a good workout. Like,
yeah, I've never felt. I'd take that back. The only time I've ever felt sore after massage is when I went to King Spa, and them Korean grannies be stepping on your back.
Yeah. Okay, so like when that Russian lady was giving me a bad massage, I was thinking like, maybe you could just step on me, like maybe.
It's like, are we talking about massages still? Like what? Step on me. No, but like, cause yeah,
like you are not getting to my muscles with what you're doing. Like,
yeah, and I'm tiny too, so I understand if like with thicker women they feel like they have to put more pressure, but they're still not getting past the layer of like fat to get to the muscle. Like, I'm literally like one layer of skin, one layer of muscle. No, not barely, because like there's barely any fat. So you got like 0.0 centimeters of fat, and then it's muscle. But yet somehow you're digging into my shoulder blade. That is not a knot. That is a bone. Please get to the muscle. Oh God. Yeah, I just need a nice, handsome, muscled man to give me a massage. Really get in there, you know.
Get in there.
You know, maybe whisper sweet nothings to me with a deep voice. You know, it ain't gotta be nothing sexual. We can just talk about the weather. I just wanna add to the ambiance. But yeah, so we had a massage. And then the spa also has various pools and what's it called? Sauna rooms. And so I was helping my Nana around to make sure she don't slip, because she's very cautious of slipping. She slipped and like busted her knee.
Did you know that there's been like a rapid increase in falls for like seniors?
Older people?
Yeah, we don't know why. Or
something
at
in the
least we
air,
aren't
maybe.
acknowledging why.
I don't know. Well, my grandma is 75 as of May, so bones are a little more brittle,
My
but she's
father is 75. He'd be out golfing and doing everything.
yeah. I mean, that's not to say that you can't be 75 and look better than a lot of 45-year-olds. I'm just saying, depending
Yeah.
on how you've been treating your body, your bones are, losing porosity or whatever. They're not as strong as they used to be. And my grandmama's only now starting to get into like going to the gym and working out. So like after
Mm.
um she like broke her knee or whatever had happened to her knee and she was going through rehab for it, she just got into the habit of like, oh, can I just come back and keep working out with y'all? And they're like, yeah. So that got her inspired to start working out more. But she don't know her limits. Like she feel like she can just do anything. It's like, Nana, you're still 75 and you're still new to this. You gotta take it slow. This is not something that like you picked up and you were doing from your 20s until your fall. Like your
Mm.
body needs to get conditioned to this. So she's just a little more cautious to like not mess up her knee anymore and to slip again. And she does not like having her head underwater. I did not know this. This is apparently a trauma of hers from when she was a child and she got knocked under by a wave in the ocean.
Mm.
And there was the spa has like a outdoor waterfall where you can like sit on a bench and the water can like massage your back with the pressure. I was like, okay, Nana, we can either take the steps and then you have to essentially jump into the pool, or you can swim under the petition. Like literally put your head under for like a second and get to the other side. She's like, no, 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 I can't put my head underwater. I was like, Nana, you're 75. I think this is a trauma. You should probably like work out,
Okay, so
maybe.
but like a lot of older people, they're like, I came this far and now you want me to like
Exactly. Like
work on something? Could you shut
I
up?
know,
It's like,
I know. I mean, just trying to get you
I
into
gotta work hard all of my life and now you want me to work on my traumas too?
right.
I'm relaxing now. I am done.
I mean,
I
just trying to get her into like
mm-mm.
regular like maintenance type of therapy of like how's your life type stuff was like not it wasn't difficult, but it was like you shouldn't have been going to your first session at 70. It's like
Or should you have? Because like when I think about my own like mental health like journey
mm,
as to when I first got like I know when I first started seeking services and
mm-hmm.
I know how that got shut down.
Yeah.
But like when I got my like ADHD diagnosis, it came at the perfect time of
Mm,
like 26
mm,
because I can think of how racist the institutions that I was in were,
mm-hmm.
and if that had come through middle school, high school, college,
Mm-hmm.
it would have been used to hurt me. It
Mm,
would have been used to take my scholarship away. It
mm,
would have been used. It definitely would have been used against me. So sometimes, like, people are just protecting themselves when they're not seeking out these types of services, and it
mm,
can take a long time to, like, feel safe enough to do it.
for
It
sure.
it took a long time for me to feel safe just going natural with my hair, like,
Yeah.
because it was told to me in no uncertain terms that it was not safe to do it while I had a corporate job. Now, when I
Yeah.
started to look around and seeing people with people who look like me would have their hair shaved off or dyed
Mm-hmm.
pink or purple, then I thought,
Mm-hmm.
okay, maybe now it's
Yeah.
okay.
That's fair. That is totally fair.
But it is
And
a
then
concern
too.
that if I go back to a corporate environment,
Mm-hmm.
am I going to be told to relax it again or straighten it?
I wouldn't
Or
think so. I
that
feel like
my
the way
hair
you.
is not neat enough or sleek enough? Or are these things that they won't say, they'll just pay you less? Like,
Mm,
because people won't tell you that the reason why they don't want to pay you as much is because you're overweight. But we can
mm,
still see from studies that that appears to be the reason. Because for what
mm,
other reason would it be like in terms of the economics of it, would you make more? if you're overweight and you lose weight to become straight size, to become a normal weight, you get more of a bump in pay than if you go back for your master's degree if you have a bachelor's.
That's crazy. See,
I
now
know.
I'm thinking like, am I not being paid more because my hair is short? Like my hair,
It could be a factor.
like
And
if
just nobody's telling you. At
no one's telling me,
least
and I got hired with my hair being short. Like this is not like a new thing. Like my hair has been, close to a tapered fade, if not maybe just a couple inches above that since I was hired. So y'all already knew what you was getting. Like it's a
I
natural
pulled a
hairstyle,
bait and
but
switch at my last job. I interviewed with straight hair, and then it was the last time that I straightened my hair. Like never touched my flat iron.
yeah. And like sometimes I'll sometimes throw the office for a loop and wear like a wig, and they'll be like, "Was your hair always like this?" I'm like, "No, Tom.
Tom,
This
are
is
you revealing that you barely look at me?
Well, Tom is also, to be fair, I'm not in the office that often. So
So he can't
if
remember?
right, you gotta check my LinkedIn to be like, wait, what's her hair look like again? Because I'm barely in the office and I'm not always
Maybe
on
you could tell him it grew.
screen. Or just funny because he's bald, so it's like,
You forgot how hair works.
you're right. It's okay. It's all right. But yeah, that is ugh. I'd hate that to be a reason why I don't have as much money. Because to me, I feel like it's just my skill set.
But also, how long have you been there?
It'll be like 5 years in.
Okay, so maybe you should stop being loyal and look for another job.
Well. Now calm down. Now, I'm not saying I'm being underpaid. I'm just saying Chicago is expensive.
But what I'm saying is that maybe if you look, you're more likely to get more money jumping ship than staying where you are and asking for a raise.
Mm, mm. I like it here though.
Right.
I do I like my coworkers. It's one of those things too. It's like
And I've seen this too. This happened to my mom. Like
mm,
if you like it there, you can jump ship, stay there for a year, and then when they have an opening, jump back.
mm, I don't know about all that. I don't know. I don't know
It
about that.
it's a thing
I
that
mean, I've seen
so
other
like
people
that's
do it.
and you know what? That's exactly how my mother was able to get a promotion that she asked for. They didn't give it to her because she wanted to move from being a like regular drug rep to being a specialty rep, and they was like, no, 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 no. And they tried to like offer her stuff that she didn't want because she would have to move. And then she went and found a specialty job position with another job. They paid her more money. They gave her the specialty position. Um, but then like I forget like what happened with them.
Mm-hmm.
She asked and then there was an opening at her old job with a specialty position for even more money. So like every time you're jumping, you're
Mm.
getting more money, like a lot more money than you would get if you just got like a raise.
I think it
And then
depends.
and yeah,
It
it,
depends on the industry for sure. Um, and the position that I'm going for.
okay, you can
I I hear
uh
what you're saying,
Vivian
and
too
there's
writes
definitely
a book. Vivian too, your rich BFF. She has a podcast. She also wrote a book. It's something that's also in her book.
there's it's like I said, there's definitely validity in what you're saying. I'm not saying that's
Yeah.
not. I'm just saying I personally do not think I'm in that position yet to kind of leverage that
Yeah.
because of like the availability of positions in my industry as it is. It's
Mm.
already hard enough to like get continuous work, let alone with benefits.
Mm.
So, but I have seen examples of like other, like say editors, lead editors who have been in the industry for like 15 years, 15, 20 years, and they go to another post house only to then come back to the post house they started with for whatever reason. Or there's been some editors in my own office who have been with our company for like 20 years, started as interns, and now are going freelance. Like, to go freelance is to say, I've got client connections.
Mm.
I can do this. And I'm like, wow, that is balls. You are leaving the safety of a 9 to 5 salaried job to strike it on your own.
Well, it's safety, but it's also limitations.
For
So,
sure.
like when you're thinking about like how much the people that you're working for are making
Hmm.
versus how much you're making, it can kind of start to
Yeah,
mess with you. That's number one. Number two, you can also give yourself like you can learn and you can practice and you can give yourself opportunities that your job never would have given you.
for sure. But again, there's still benefits to having that 9 to 5 industry or corporate job, if just to like learn the nuances of the industry you're in, so
Yeah.
that when you do go off on your own or make your own business, you have, even just on a resume, the experience to say, I have 5 plus years in such and such industry. So when you are looking for more connects, they're like, oh, there's validity to them because they've done this and blah, blah, blah. So it's just one of the things I have to consider when looking at my career trajectory, especially to being in Chicago, because it is so expensive. I had to consult
Yeah.
my aunt, my accountant aunt. I'm like, I need more money outside of like reestablishing my like freelancing. Like, I'm trying to reopen my networking lanes, because literally within the last year it has kind of fallen to the wayside. Um, but opening up my networking again, just to see what projects might be out there that I can do on the weekends, or in the summertime when things might be slower at work without superseding work.
So what kind
Um,
of projects are you looking for?
just like short turnaround stuff. I actually went to a networking event this week, today, Filmscape Chicago. They do it I believe it's like every summer. It's more so focused on production, not necessarily post production, but it was still a good opportunity for me to like get out there and see, like, again, what like nonprofits are around in the city. So I'm looking to get involved with Women in Film Chicago again. Like, they've got like a new board, and they're doing more of like a mentor mentee program that I'm looking to get involved in, both as like looking for a mentor, but then also possibly being a mentor to somebody else who's like newer in the industry than I am, even though I feel myself like I've been doing this for almost 10 years, but I still feel like I don't know what I'm doing.
Mm,
But I still know a little bit more about the nuances than someone who's probably like straight out of college or
yeah.
just starting freelance. So I feel like there's still some benefit in that. Um, but yeah, so just trying to see what's out there, honestly. A lot of the stuff I used to do before would be short, like YouTube series. Like, the episodes would only be like maybe 5 minutes long.
Mm,
I did like it was either the 48 or the 72-hour film festival, where they give you like a genre and you have to make a movie in like a weekend.
mhm.
I've worked on projects like that. I've done like motion design templates for people, like working with like another freelance editor and just making a template that they can just reuse over and over again for a particular client or whatever. So just small short form stuff like that. Um, just a little extra $300 $400 every now and then. And just to like do something that allows me to be a little more creative, but still meet a client's demand. Because I can do stuff for me all I want, but if it's for me, I'm not going to set myself a deadline.
Mm.
And working for others will keep me more on track and make some money. So, yeah, so this weekend was a good opportunity to just kind of talk to people again. You know.
So, how much do you charge for video editing?
Well, let me look at my chart. It's been a minute. But depending on the services, anywhere between last I checked, it was like 300 for a project that was less than 2 minutes. Oh no, here we go. Let me give you the full breakdown. Okay, so if we're doing like a full length edit, that's gonna be something that's like, at least an hour. Then my rate was $110 an hour or 800 a day. Sometimes people want to charge by the day, not by the hour. So if I have those two charges, and then if I'm assisting on a project, so there's a lead editor and they just need somebody to like organize the footage and sequence, then that is like $55 an hour. If I'm doing motion design along with it, it's $65 an hour or $600 to $720 a day. Or like I said, $300 for a piece that's like up to 15 minutes. So it's very rare that I'm doing like motion design work. But when I do, then it's like $460 to $600 per minute of project. So if the final piece is gonna be like 3 minutes, then like 460 times three.
Okay.
So, but this is the price I had back in like we're in 2025. I think these are like 2023 prices. So I'm
All
gonna have
right, so
to.
increase those. Yeah.
I usually increase it by at least $10 a year, so I gotta bump these up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those are my prices. I think they're pretty competitive, all things considered. But yeah, so that's that. And then, like I said, I talked to my aunt, and for the time being, we just pulled back on my 401k contribution because for like the last almost 5 years, it's been like almost 15%.
Yeah.
Which I feel like was fair considering I hadn't really been contributing to a 401k in my adult working life. So I was kind of overcompensating to kind of make up the difference.
Yeah.
But in my company matches it. Like I have to do like a minimum contribution for them to match it, and I maxed out my contribution so they could max out their matching.
Yeah. Right.
But now I'm like, okay, let me pull back a little bit. So now I'm doing like the minimum I need to contribute for them to match. And I'm going to try to do that for a year and see how maybe, saving and not spending as much in other areas can help with my like monthly income. So, yeah, these goddamn apartments, girl.
Yeah, it's so scary. It's so
Yeah.
scary, the housing market. And it's due to get worse,
Ugh,
especially if this so-called big beautiful bill passes.
fucking
It's
ugly ass bills, what it is.
it's got all types of bullshit in it.
You see the line about like AI, like
Yes, not that's what I called my senator about. I
I don't
called
even.
him about the um limiting the state's ability to regulate AI for the next 10
That
years.
is why wouldn't there be regulation? I don't even.
Coupled with them not with them also ending funding for environmental law stuff, so that if you are in a community such as Memphis where somebody puts a big supercomputer that is wrecking the air and also contributing to noise pollution plus
Mm-hmm.
regular pollution, you will have no recourse at all.
This is how we get
Like
Skynet. This is how we get
those
Skynet.
two things together, like it's likely to bring down the quality of life
Yeah.
for every American. Because I could tell you, like, the short-sighted thinking, or like, oh, we'll put these supercomputers in Black communities. Here's the thing: air and water travel.
Yeah.
Like, it's the epicenter might be in a Black community, but you have no control over where that
The wind
pollution
blows.
the wind is going to blow or where the streams are going to bring all of this pollution.
I mean,
Like,
just it's like just looking at like the wildfires in California. You folks up in Beverly Hills ain't gonna be safe when the wind blows and the fire is torching down your summer home.
right.
Yeah, it's a mess. There's not enough
Like
specialized people.
a shift in the wind is the difference between just your neighbor's house being on fire and your house being on fire too. Like
Yeah,
that's
there's not enough specialized people in the room when these bills are being made. That's what frustrates me when there's
well,
big
even if there were, nobody listens to the experts.
that too.
And
That too. I was just talking to folks today at the networking event about how so often we'll be hired as like the expert for the thing that we're being hired to do. We know what we're doing. That's why you hired us. So when we push back on something, there's a reason. Like, because we're hired to do a task. You want to do the thing, I'm here to make your vision a reality. But sometimes your vision needs clarity. And if you don't know how to do the thing, or you don't know how that is going to work in the pipeline of production, and it sounds like you don't, then I'm here to like say to you, hey, you need to do this for me to do my job the way that you want it to look. But sometimes they don't listen. They think just because they're the ones in charge, they know best. And it's like, but that's why you hired me. Like, sometimes you don't want to be the smartest one in the room.
well, I guess what I like about being in the freelance or consulting position is that I feel like I've had a lot of positions where like I know best and I'm telling you what's best, and then you don't listen. And so like I want to be in a position where if you don't listen, I get paid anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
And
for
so
my job,
like
that's what happens in my job. Is like I can tell you what we need to do, and me telling you this is gonna actually keep you in budget. If you don't listen to me, guess who's now over budget, and you still gotta pay me. Like, so you paying me what you were supposed to pay me, and then some. I was trying to help you. Now our deadline is 2 weeks later. You gotta do reshoots. Yeah. But even as a consultant, that's the thing. You're consulting. They can take your advice or not. You still getting paid.
yeah,
Yeah. It's just I'm trying
you
to look
pay
out for
me for
you.
the advice, not the outcome.
Right.
Because I'll do my best to give you the outcome that you want.
But you gotta listen to me.
But you got to listen to me.
It's like,
If
do
you
you
don't
want to
listen to
consult?
me,
Do you want a consultant or a yes man? And a lot of these folks just want a yes man.
which they have AI for that now.
Yeah, and AI does nothing to discourage people from like their
Anything you want to do. And that's
Oh yeah,
why
you're a god. Oh, for sure. Yeah, you can fly. Yeah, go jump off that roof.
and that's like my big thing with people trying to use AI as therapy. Like if you have suicidal thoughts,
It's gonna tell you to do it.
And like a lot of people, like when they're depressed and they're having suicidal thoughts, they're at their lowest point, so low that they can't get their thoughts together enough to come up with a plan to actually carry through with those thoughts. But AI can make a plan, and that's what's
Like
so
AI, make a plan,
dangerous.
and
That's so
write up
dangerous.
a letter.
And they're like, step by step, here's what you do. Also, here's your letter.
Here's your letter.
Good luck.
Right, and then they can just sit there and just have that saved for a rainy day when they at their lowest, and they just got a instruction manual just right there. Like that is dangerous. That is a loaded weapon, ready to go at any point.
And they want to do unregulated AI is
For
so
10
bad
years.
for so many reasons.
That is insane. The idea that something would not be regulated. Like I can't think of any instance where something should not be regulated, especially on a large national scale. Like I it doesn't make sense to me, and I don't know much about politics and bill making. Schoolhouse Rock, be damned. I still don't know all the nuances that go into it, but something about something not having supervision does not sit right with me.
He also wants to limit the power of the judges to stop him. That's also in this bill. Undermining the rule of law.
Get him out of here.
Okay, so this bill is like super long and boring, but the Rolling Stone did a really good article on the 7 ugliest provisions in Trump's big beautiful bill.
I hate this, and it's not like they call it Trump's, but it's like it's clearly that one
the Heritage Fund, the Heritage Fund from 2025.
Them niggas
pulling all the strings. Yes,
like every time something just sounds like ridiculous and just too much oversight or not enough oversight, I'm like, this ain't him. Trump ain't do nothing. All he did was
oversight on women's bodies, not enough oversight on the powers of the president.
Not enough education.
Or AI. Oh, well, they're actively trying to dismantle education.
People are dumb. Especially...
And he wants to make them dumber. Like, there's also been like a recent study. There have also been recent studies on brain activity while using AI.
Oh, it's diminishing. It's diminishing bad.
Like you put them in an MRI and you have the write a paper with AI, write a paper just using Google, write a paper using nothing but your mind. The people who are just using their mind are like, you can see the MRI lighting up. People who are using Google a little less, and then the least amount of people using AI. And then also, I think a lot of times when people use AI, they don't even read what the AI is writing.
No, they can't even read. It's probably just speech to text.
They get caught up.
It's insane. Like my niece, she's 9, but she's had a cell phone since probably since she's been able to form a sentence. But she don't type. Like she would send text with voice to speech or voice to text.
Oh.
I didn't get a cell phone until middle school, when I very well knew how to spell and type and all that kind of stuff. And here she is at like 6 sending a text that's clearly voice to text. I'm like, what in the world? Not wanting to read. I'm like, what a girl. No.
So what does she do when people respond with a text message? Can you read it?
She probably she had an iPhone, so maybe iPhone reads it back to her.
Oh no, yeah, because you could also use text to speech.
Yeah. And then so if it's not like voice to text and text to speech, then it's video calls. Yeah.
Oh.
So it's like, I hate to sound like them.
My life would have been ruined if I had an iPhone when I was 9.
I'm honestly, nowadays, looking back on my childhood, I am grateful for the lessons we got in school, whether that's learning cursive, whether that's learning how to do math and show your work. Even though my work was shit and I didn't always understand what I was doing, I had the spirit.
Yeah,
had a gist of the concept. But like the kids today, I'm worried for them in some aspects, like in problem solving and context and differentiating between what's fiction and what's real, and the nuances and the black and white of it all. And like, just because somebody doesn't agree with you doesn't mean that they're inherently wrong. It's just a differing of opinion. You got to be able to have a discussion. Oh, that's why I don't engage with people on the internet like that. Comment sections, no.
Oh, no. Why would you?
Absolutely.
It's a stranger.
It's just rage bait. Like, I'll be on like a friend's post and I'll just comment something, and then somebody want to like challenge me. I'm like, I'm not. Who are you?
I get that you're bored, but like, that don't mean that you gotta come.
This is not worth my time.
I'm not as bored as you.
This
I've
is
got
not.
hobbies.
It's not worth my time and energy. I'm not about to be on everybody's posts pointing out why people are wrong.
I'm gonna go back to my book and my peach pie.
Right, like girl. Like my friend had made a post about some like pop Korean pop stars or something. It was like it was showing them um in their military uniform with like their haircut and then like what they
Mm,
look like when they're like performing.
yeah.
And when both their hair were, cut in the military style and not stylized, I like jokingly said like they look the same. Like they look like the same person. Like of course it's not the same person, and then if you look close
Right.
enough, they don't look the same. But like at a quick
But a
glance,
lot of people can look similar if you style them in the same way, if they're the
exactly,
same race and they're the same skin tones, like,
exactly,
and they have similar features. Like,
and
yeah, if you
yeah,
style
and
us
I'm
the same and put us in the same makeup and outfit, we're gonna look the
right,
same.
and I'm looking at it, and I'm just looking at a post as I'm scrolling by real quick. I was like, they look the same, and then look, somebody gonna comment, no, they don't.
Okay.
I'm like, okay,
To
like,
you.
oh,
Like,
okay,
okay.
you really had to jump on a post to comment that they don't because clearly they don't. Like, duh. What are we? What are you doing? You wasted your time to do that. Like, I'm getting an alert on Facebook to say, oh, there's a comment on your comment. Oh, what is this? Oh, some bullshit. Okay, it's crazy.
Have you seen the new rage bait? Well, okay, so there's a
Oh,
couple of different tactics that I'm seeing content creators make.
oh
One of
boy.
them is to put an item where it doesn't belong so that they'll get engagement because everybody will comment on it. So like let's say like they're showing something, but in the background you notice like there's like a boot in a freezer. And people are like, ew, why you get
Man, between
and then you
between
get people to comment on it, and it's just kind of like that's upping their engagement.
right, like just move on. Like I'll see stuff like that where I'm like, this is stupid, and I just keep it pushing. Like you got your view. That is all you're getting out of me. Especially if you
They're
like,
like, no, make a comment,
no,
make a comment about how
absolutely
nasty you
not.
put your boots in
Especially
the freezer.
no,
Like,
especially too depending on like the thumbnail that'll catch my eye to be like POV something or Japan is living in the future with this one, and then I'm like watch it, and I'm like,
and
man,
it's
I
a
thought y'all was actually
smoothie.
gonna show me something.
It's
This
a
ain't shit.
smoothie.
It's a smoothie.
It's a smoothie from a convenience store.
Right. I'm
Okay.
like, okay. And I just keep it pushing. Like I'm not giving y'all any more of my time than you've
I
already gotten.
I saw and there's also a new rage bait of making these completely AI videos to
Mm.
make like bad stereotype like content about young black people.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the one of the girl? She was doing like a mukbang and it was all fried chicken drumsticks and she was
No,
saying
I shouldn't laugh.
and she was saying some shit like, oh, so you cut off your friend because of blah blah blah. What about the man that did that? And she puts the whole drumstick in her mouth and just starts chewing.
See, it's stuff like that. It's
It
like
was
this.
looking so real until she did that, and I was like, wait, it's AI. It's AI. Like, yes, there is like AI rage bait slop, and oftentimes
Mm.
it's white content creators behind it that are talking about like young kids, the young teenagers saying the word like getting cracked. Like they have these young women talking about, oh yeah, I can't wait to get cracked, and then like the story ends with everybody catches AIDS.
That's
It's
so
really
annoying.
disturbing. It's
Like
yeah.
it's disturbing and annoying on two levels because there's on the one level is AI slop, and then on the other level there's somebody who's gonna believe it's real. So it's
And
like
believe those stereotypes
right,
about
and
black
it's
people
just
because they've never met any before. Like,
and it's just
yeah.
reinforcing things. It's like
Mm-hmm.
uh
And how much water was used to make that video? Because like I think I told you this before, like
mm-hmm.
to create a 100 word email uses up about a bottled water's worth of water to cool off the computers that generate that.
I hate it. I was watching
So for a video, it's a lot more energy.
I was watching one of the I forget what their YouTube channel called. I think it's called like Internet Today. It's these two white guys that just report on various things around the country. But they were mentioning how I think it's on Facebook or Meta, whatever. People who have been using like the AI chat for like questions about stuff, their questions and queries are showing up on like For You pages, like in people's feed.
Oh.
So we're talking personal information,
Oh.
addresses, names, real sensitive
Oh.
topics just being
Oh.
suggested to other people who are trying to use the chat. And
Yeah.
they like took it down for like maybe a day, but then like within a day it was back with the personal post. I'm like, oh my god.
They can't fix it. They can't fix it.
And
They
I avoid AI, honestly. The only time I use AI is against my will when I Google something. If I Google something, the first thing that
Oh, but
pops
I
up at the
hate that.
top,
Don't you hate that? Don't you hate that?
I
Oh.
hate it. Like, I'm not trying to use AI. I just want. At this point, I'd be using Reddit.
Mm.
I've resorted to trying to see what people on Reddit are saying and what they're suggesting in terms of like websites and resources, because
Yeah.
Google ain't doing it. Like sometimes the AI summary
I've
will
gone to
have links.
DuckDuckGo and they asked me if I wanted to like do their AI thing and I said no.
No. Yeah. So the only time I really have to use AI, and it's not even I have to, it's just it's part and parcel now to using Google. They be trying to use it in my Gmail. I'm like, no, I don't want AI in my Gmail mailbox. Um, Otherwise, the only other like kind of AI analysis I use is when I'm using Premiere Pro and I'm like stitching together music. Like there's like a
Mm.
tool within Premiere that can just analyze the music and just, make a loop or whatever. I'm not sure how much that's connected to the supercomputers in Texas, but yeah, that might not even I can't even say it's not necessarily connected to anything because with
I use
Premiere now,
AI.
because
Yeah.
Premiere nowadays is like it's a subscription anyway, and it's
Yeah.
like I have to be connected to the internet, so there's some aspect of my Premiere program that I think is always online of sorts. It's like, oh God, so I try not to do it too much.
Yeah. I use AI, but my thing is that if this is something that another person is likely to not read, then I will not bother to write it.
Yeah,
I'll let AI do it.
yeah, and it's
And
you
that's
gotta use.
for like resumes and cover letters.
Yes, doing it sparingly, doing the legwork. You're doing the draft,
But
and then
also
like,
like it's not the catch-all people are thinking that it is. It
yeah,
is good for a specific for like I give it a lot of context. Like I'm looking
yeah,
at a spreadsheet that has this row, this row, this row, this row, and this row, and I am exploring the data and show me what some good visualizations might be for this particular client.
yeah. That's
Like
what I mean. Like,
really
you're still
and
doing
and
the
then
the
and then it's
legwork.
just kind of like if I were to turn that in, like I could never turn that in because it's like it looks like slop, but it's just kind of like for me, it's like okay, this is a good idea to get me going, and then I won't ask it any more questions. I'll just
Yeah,
like get
and that's the
started.
thing too. They'll sit here and they'll give the AI a prompt, and then just submit it as is.
uh,
They're not checking it. They're not putting a human touch to it so that it sounds like a human wrote
you
it.
it is a drunk assistant at best. Like you need to give it tons of oversight because of the
Yes.
fact that it not only does it make mistakes, but any information that it doesn't have that it wishes has had, it would just make it up, which causes
Mm-hmm.
it to be wildly inaccurate.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Nothing is flawless. Nothing. Machines can fail. Internet
Sensors
can.
fail.
People
Sensors
fail.
How about Texas is letting these semi trucks run up and down the highway with no driver?
Hell
It
no.
all works through sensors, and
Nope.
all sensors fail eventually.
I already don't like driving behind a log truck that's being driven by a person. You telling me I'm behind an 18-wheeler that ain't even got a person?
Nope, and you are like one wayward bird shit away from some catastrophe.
Or just being a black person at night. I can barely recognize black skin.
Yeah, because it wasn't tested with black people.
You know how many times I walk up on an automatic door and gotta be like right on the door before it opens? Or in a room that's all they got the automated light sensors. They don't sense me. It's like, oh, I thought you were a shadow. My bad.
I thought you were a ghost.
Oh God, we're doomed.
We are so doomed, and we just bombed Iran for what?
Why?
We're not at war with them, or at least we weren't. We might be now.
I'm really like I don't even know. I checked YouTube and all of a sudden I saw that we bombed Iran. I'm like, why? What?
Last
I checked, he didn't even know if he was going to do it. What he just on a whim?
What happened to the 2 weeks? Remember, he said he was going to give him 2 weeks to think about it or do whatever. What happened to the 2 weeks? You're a liar.
Of course he is.
Nobody could ever trust you. Nobody could ever trust a damn thing that you say. Oh, yeah, I was watching Chinese drama.
I was over at Pride Fest enjoying booty.
Shit.
You know, I had a good day. I was at Pride Fest.
I was like, I had a full tummy. I had like my fish tacos that I made.
Enjoying the nice hot Chicago summer.
And we were in between Chinese dramas, and I checked Twitter and I was like, we did what? And then I was like, should we be watching the news?
I'm like, what? I don't like this. I don't know. I don't like what these consequences may be.
And then we turned on the news and we were sad and we were like, so I guess we're done. We're done watching TV.
What is Iran's relations with Russia? Are they besties? Are they good?
I thought they were besties, so I don't understand.
I don't like that.
You might have pissed off your friend Putin.
I don't like that. I do not like that.
Go tell Zelensky that he's the one who's about to start World War III.
I'm waiting.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit.
I hate it. And now I'm more worried about what the retaliation could be.
We might hate it here, but where the fuck else are we gonna go?
We can't go nowhere.
There's only one Earth.
Oh God, I hate it. Oh God, I gotta try to be positive. It was a good weekend. We had a good time. It was a good weekend. It was a good weekend. It was a very good weekend.
Yeah.
Good times.
All right, but I gotta get going because I gotta make more peach salsa
and peach bourbon pie.
Yeah, I gotta get that. I gotta get that going. Okay, well,
I'm checking in next week to find out how good that ended up being.
Well, actually, I can't make it immediately because Mom's birthday is coming up, and she has asked for either a banana cake or a spice cake. So whichever kind of cake mix they had at Walmart is what she's gonna get.
Try make a tiny one, like a tester.
She said no to that because I made the tester spice cake, and that is why she wants the full cake now. She said
no. I mean, of the bourbon pie, like just as a experiment. Do like little tiny one, even actually, like maybe cupcake size.
Okay. So like, I do have some pie dough left over that I put in the freezer.
See,
and I could just get like a little bit of bourbon.
Make cupcake sized ones.
And I could make like a little galette of bourbon.
Oh my God.
Peach galette to try out the idea of the bourbon pie. A space heater to Antarctica. Like, yeah, well, that's another thing. Like a lot of these, the problem
probably
with
60 degrees in Antarctica.
Being
ain't even cold out there no more.
The problem with tech tech billionaires being this close to government or in the government is that a lot of them have the bunker mentality, believing that they are going to be able to survive whatever catastrophe awaits.
They've been playing too much
Um,
Fallout.
and I don't care whether or not that works out for them because I don't think that's going to work out for me, like,
Right. Fuck
or
you.
for anybody else that I care about.
What good is your money if there's nobody there to run your businesses? Because we've all
Or
been bombed.
like there's nobody there.
Right. Like, okay, you're a millionaire. There's only like 2 of you left. Congratulations.
And you got to live in a bunker
Ugh. Again,
with
it's giving Fallout.
sharing passing farts back and forth. Ew.
Ugh. Ugh. All right. Well, next
Like you
week,
survived, but for what?
I ain't trying to live forever either. Like, I'm here until I'm not.
When I watch The Walking Dead, I'm always thinking, take me in the first wave, please.
In
I know.
the first wave. Literally, I'm not throwing myself into danger, but I'm also not prolonging it. If I get bit, I get bit. Like, yeah, I might have to turn. Maybe that'll be fun. Being a menace in my
The
afterlife.
zombies do look like they're having more fun than the people running away from them.
You know?
Zombies are not stressed. Zombies lose an arm and still aren't stressed.
They
Like,
keep it pushing. They're not picky about what they eating. You know?
they
Yeah.
run really fast. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, they ain't gotta hide.
Yeah. Wait. Dogman said, note to self, don't hang out with y'all during. Look, all I'm saying is you don't have to feel guilty when you have to leave me behind. That's all I'm saying. You know, like, leave me. I'm not gonna guilt trip you. I'm not gonna hide the bite. I'm like, I got bit, y'all. Bye. It was nice knowing you. I might have to taste y'all later. I won't remember you though. No, I literally said, yeah, well, I'll tell you. Save your bullet. Save your bullet.
All of a sudden, we're in a long sleeve shirt.
Look, save your bullet. I'll see my way out. Said, just go put me in a cave. Right, do not enter. Alright, well, I've been Ash.
And I've been Fativa.
This has been Fatash.
Bye.
Bye.